This channel is supported by TrueFire. TrueFire is an online library of lessons from some of my favourite players. There's thousands of lessons on there. You can use the promo code JNC40 to get 40% off of any of their courses.
Must have been about 2 years ago now that I did a video with this one. Elodie had just been born. This is my buddy Jake Loosemore's Murphy Lab. It still remains the best Les Paul that I've ever played. It's started to take on some really beautiful aging. I don't know how much of it you'll be able to pick up, but I wanted to kind of just do a video with it. He asked me the other day, do you want to borrow it? And I said, yes, anytime I get the chance to play this guitar, I love to. Gibson Murphy Lab, 1958, but with a sort of hand-selected, more curvy top. Now, the thing with the Murphy Lab stuff is, you know, I was quite sniffy on this for a while. I think the first ones out of the gate had some sort of, you've probably seen some YouTube videos on them where like the finish would sort of peel off. It's a bit strange, and I think that was while they were getting their formula more dialed in, and I think they're now settling into a bit of a groove. This weighs 3.808 kilos in old money. That is this. So it's a nice lightweight guitar. I would say the thing that stood out to me most about this guitar at the time, I think I was looking to buy a Gibson Les Paul Standard. I eventually did, and then compared the two. So the neck on this, being a 58, is nice and chunky. I think a bit chunkier than the 50s neck on a Standard. But the other thing is that the binding is so much slimmer on the neck, which is a really does make a difference, and the frets are way smaller. So these are kind of tiny frets. It's got a nylon nut. What else we've got going on? You also then get like this nice red dye thing going on, and you get a little bit of bleed between the binding. This one's not a terrible example. The other thing is the dots are red instead of black, which once you see it, I've said this before as well, I think once you see it done right, you know, black just doesn't quite look right after this. It has their custom buckers in there, which actually are nice and low output. That's kind of my favourite thing about the guitar, I think, as well as how sort of resonant it is and just feels great to play unplugged. And this is one of the things that I decided about a few of Jake's guitars. One, the Natrocaster, two, this one, where some of the best guitars that I've ever played, to be honest, like, they feel great to play unplugged, and that's not always the case with some of my other stuff. So if you ever get a chance to try a guitar like this came from Peach Guitars. He was doing a demonstration there at the day on some pickups, and basically he had said, you know, do you have anything sort of like a Gary Moore Les Paul? And he said, actually, this just came in, and so he just bought it there and then. It's an absolutely fantastic guitar. I've not really played a Les Paul that I've liked as much as this one, although this one here, actually I'm going to do a video later on, KL59, is not far off in terms of playability, in my opinion. But yes, that's one of the things you'll notice about a 58 style guitar, I think, is that the neck is a big chunky boy. Also, because they got the checking on this neck, the back of the neck does actually feel significantly different. It doesn't have like divots or anything, but it's got this kind of easily checked finish that does feel like an old guitar. The one area that it doesn't have that an actual old guitar would have is that there are no sort of impressions on the fretboard, and that is the thing that when I played a 1968 SG of Francisco's, that is, you get these sort of like rounded parts on the fretboard. Now obviously that might not be a thing that you'd really want to do, but in terms of making a guitar look and feel as old as possible, that might be the one thing that they've not really done. But other than that, it just looks, I think, amazing. Plays amazingly well. I'm going to play you out here with it. DI. Lenny's van stopped working this morning, so I've had a little bit of a rush. But the nitro on this as well has got this lovely sort of curl to it. It's just an amazing looking guitar, I think. Let me know your thoughts on it in the comments. Yeah, a bunch of people have offered to buy this guitar off Jake, but it remains, I think, just a fantastic, like, at all angles, it just looks amazing from as well. I've been on stage with Jake a few times and just thought, like, that guitar looks incredible. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.